Mhm. Hello, everybody. I'm so looking forward to tomorrow. Tomorrow we have the first lab, the first Monday lab, a free science lab for everybody on resonance and biomimicry and Superformula. And yeah, I want to tell you a little bit in the beginning already, because I've had such a strange career. I'm 58 years old. I've done a lot in my life, in business, in science, in technology. And I started my career in chemistry. I worked in physics and in ecology. My last regular job was in vacuums and plasma and machine building. And we really, I worked for the company Hauser in Venlo, where we invented it with plasmas and vacuums, and we did interference of light and how butterflies do their colors, how we can really lock it in the colors. So that is really important for knowing how to do colors without toxic inks. Then I went to go freelance. Around 2012, I really went into soil and water. And I became a director for the ecosystem restoration camps. I did a lot on soil biology and water. And at this moment, my project is Web3 and satellite imaging for nature-based solutions in oceans and coastal areas. During my life, I've also done a lot of pseudoscience. And I never knew how to combine the two. Because sometimes I was just talking to all these professors in chemistry and physics and learning about, I don't know, writing papers, writing popular science for magazines about physics and chemistry and all these things, biology. It's all technology, it's all data sciences. And then I was also in Schumacher College, where we worked a lot with the collective consciousness field. There's a lot in social sciences going on there with consciousness and how it all works and how this field, how we can really work with this field. And I worked in ecosystem restoration with resonance. I worked with shamans, and I worked with Hans Anderweg and Rijk Bols, who did it in the 80s together with Gorbachev in Russia. And we restored ecosystems from a distance. We made a scope and we balanced it all, and the results were fabulous. Really, I loved it. So then 2 years ago, I never knew how to combine it. There were two worlds for me. That's why I'm split. That's why I have myself in science, which is just me, and why I have myself with the hat, who is myself as a pseudoscientist, just intuitively, I don't know, restoring ecosystems. We do it. It's not rocket science, but normal science doesn't believe in it. They call it pseudoscience. And pseudoscience is just science that is not proven yet, but it will be. No problem. There's a lot out there already. So then 2 years ago, I met Johan Gillis, and he's in real hardcore science. And he really, together, we talked for 2 years. It took me 2 years to see what he saw. And then I knew about Newton before we went to the moon. And I knew about Superformula interconnected and nested, biomimicry and the folds. This is my quest now. Full spectrum science and biomimicry resonance and chemistry and transforming PFAS out of the soil, because that's what we need to do. And we have at this moment a test going on Schiphol Airport to transform it out of the soil. We all know that there is emergence in complex systems, but there's also something like disemergence. So things disappear in the folds. And that is very interesting. And my friends, Frank Colares and Lily Huis in het Veld, they're doing the tests on Schiphol, and I know how they do it, and they use a different kind of math than Superformula. So now I'm bringing them both together, and instead of the Vedic math, we'll go on with Superformula math, and then we will prove it in science, which is very important because we have to have this information to understand chemistry, green chemistry, and to know how to clean the soil of PFAS and microplastics. So what are we going to do tomorrow? We're going to look at full spectrum light and sound, and we're going to look at Nikola Tesla, who said, if we want to understand the universe, we have to understand energy, frequency, and vibrations. A lot of people asked if he'd gone religious at the end of his life. Well, he didn't live long enough to really write a lot about it. But of course, he didn't go religious. He just knew how nature did it, just like Johan Gilles knows, and just like I know now. But most of all, we will look at nature, how nature does things. And I want to know, because I'm not going to do a big presentation this time. We have had already the presentations about Superformula with Johan Gilles. We've done it. The recordings are there. We will do it again. And now I want to know from you what you already see. Biomimicry is the #1 innovation method in the world right now. So we need to hear it from all ecosystems and from all cultures. And that's my quest. On the first Mondays every month, I will have this free science event, and we will talk about what you see in engineering, in chemistry, green chemistry, in science, in pseudoscience, in consciousness, and in how to combine it all, not with human mind, because that's what pseudosciences does most of the time. But of course, it's more than that, because the molecules, when they're close to each other, that is really the observer in quantum physics. It's not about a human. We make everything too human-centric. It is about molecules being close to each other or far away from each other, or having speed or more speed or less speed, or curves, or how the curves go. This is so fascinating that I'm looking forward to tomorrow. And I really hope you'll think with us. And I will be posting on the YouTube channel daily little inspirations of biomimicry, and then we will go on. We will learn together. We will have the labs. Every Monday there's a lab. So we will do economies, we will do societies, just like we've always done as abundantism, abundance for all communities, citizens first, because we want to make it cheap. The basic needs will be cheap for citizens. There's enough space in the economic system. So I will really explain it with economics, with science, with everything together. And then we can see how the new generations will make it happen. I'm so looking forward to meeting you all tomorrow. See you.